Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Recently we were lucky enough to take a cruise on one of MSC's newest ships, the MSC World Europa. This ship was made for the future. It has a sleek and futuristic design, noise-reducing propellers, and the latest in water treatment technology. Not only that, but the ship is powered by liquefied natural gas, which is considered to be the cleanest fuel that these cruise ships can burn to date. In addition to being one of the most environmentally friendly ships in the fleet, the World Europa is also the largest, boasting a gross tonnage of about 215,000 tons, as well as a passenger capacity of nearly 6,800. While it's not even close to the world's largest cruise ship, a title which Royal Caribbean currently holds, it's nearly a 20% improvement on gross tonnage over the Meraviglia Plus class ships. These are the ones that used to be the largest in the fleet. So let's take a tour of the MSC World Europa. We will start near the embarkation area in the forward part of Deck 6. Here you will find the 1,100-seat World Theater. MSC hosts several shows on each cruise, though we did find the frequency of the shows to be far less on the World Europa than on the other cruises we've been on, some of which had shows every night. Make sure you check out our cruise series on the MSC World Europa to get a glimpse at what these shows are like. We guarantee they're nothing like you've seen on NCL or Royal Caribbean. Moving aftward from the World Theater, you'll find yourself in the beautiful World Galleria. The World Galleria was by far our favorite section of the ship. The Galleria is a huge open space that spans 3 decks and covers nearly half the ship. It's characterized by big, beautiful mirrors, colorful decor, and this amazing video display on the ceiling. The display changes every day and can show you everything from dolphins to whales to geometric designs to the beautiful night sky. A large portion of the ship's venues can be found in the World Galleria, and right near the World Theater you'll find the Games Arcade and MSC LunaPark. The LunaPark Arena is a 300-seat venue with a huge screen, and it serves as a movie theater and activity center. The seats also fold away to reveal a large dance floor, which is often used for nighttime dance parties. Across the World Galleria from LunaPark is the Pizza and Burger complimentary dining venue. We love that MSC split out pizza and burger from the rest of its complimentary buffet way up on Deck 18. Here they serve their signature pizza, as well as you can probably guess, burgers and fries, as well as a few other fried food items. You can grab and go your food here or stay for a while and eat in this venue. We did come here quite a bit if we felt like something relatively greasy without having to stop up at what can be a very hectic buffet. Right next to Pizza and Burger is a place that you can grab a sweet treat, the Jean-Philippe Chocolat and Café. This chocolatier hosts several beautifully carved chocolate figures and animals. Here you can get chocolate and other sweet treats, as well as specialty sweet drinks. You can even make your own chocolate bar with your own special label as well. Just be aware that you have to pay for nearly everything in this shop. Next to Jean-Philippe is the Dolce Vita bar. This bar has some very comfortable seating and a nice little stage. It's a very intimate and quaint setting for some music that you can find here every night and on sea days, and the bar actually does a decent job of keeping up with all of the drinks orders that it takes in, something that we can't really say about every venue on this ship. Across the World Galleria from Dolce Vita is the shopping gallery, as well as some other stores. On this side of the World Galleria you will also find the MSC Future Cruise Desk, the MSC Excursions Desk, and the Guest Reception, which is just MSC's fancy way of saying guest services. Continuing afterwards, on this deck you will find one of the main elevator banks on this ship. The elevators on the World Europa are much more advanced than you'll find on the other MSC ships, and you might even be more familiar with elevators like this in an office building than on a cruise ship. You have to select your floor before entering. This type of elevator is meant to regulate the number of people in each elevator car, and it's supposed to make things more efficient, but in reality we found that people just couldn't figure it out. They would get in, wonder where the buttons are, and then get stuck inside and go along for the ride. The World Europa also has interactive map screens that can help you navigate around the ship, a very nice feature. Moving through the elevator bank, we enter what we like to call Restaurant Alley. This section of the ship is where you'll find 3 of the 4 main dining rooms. Bubbles Restaurant in the far aft, the Hexagonal Restaurant on the port side, and the Hexagon Restaurant on the starboard side. La Folia Restaurant is the other main dining room, located directly below these venues on Deck 5. We found that these restaurants do have a variety of table sizes, unlike the older MSC ships, where you will almost always have to share an 8 to 10 person table with several other people during dinner. MSC does do assigned dining times and assigned dining rooms. Moving up to Deck 7 in the aft of the ship, you'll find another large theater, the Panorama Lounge. This venue is a classy and elegant lounge that covers parts of Deck 6 and 7, and it can hold nearly 500 people. The seats here are much more comfortable than in the World Theater, and this venue also contains a bar, lounge seating, and pool table. In the evenings, MSC will host shows here that can range from singing and dancing to acrobatic acts. During the day, you can also get amazing views out of the aft of the ship here. Moving forward on Deck 7, you'll find the MSC Signature Casino. This casino is rather large and has a variety of slot machines and table games. Moving forward from the Signature Casino, you will be back in the middle level of the World Galleria. On one side of the Galleria here is the MSC shop and photo booth, and on the other side is Kaito Teppanyaki and Kaito's Sushi bar. Both of these venues are specialty extra pay restaurants. Teppanyaki features a hibachi-style experience, and Kaito Sushi bar has some great options for sushi. Both of these venues are relatively affordable as extra pay cruise restaurants go. Directly next to Kaito is the next specialty restaurant, Butcher's Cut. Butcher's Cut is MSC's steakhouse on board, and we do always try to go here for dinner at least once per MSC cruise. There is a wide and varied menu here, and we always enjoy the meals. Across the World Galleria from Butcher's Cut is the Mexican Cantina, Hola, Tacos and Cantina. This venue is relatively small, but they have a decent-sized menu and are open for lunch and dinner. Once again, this is a specialty extra pay restaurant, which means it's not included in your cruise fare. Make sure you check out our upcoming videos to see us eat in Kaito, Butcher's Cut, and Hola Tacos. You won't want to miss it. Moving further forward on Deck 7, you'll find an extremely unique venue for a cruise ship, Masters of the Sea. Masters of the Sea is supposed to be a British-style pub with a beautiful dark wood interior and a very large beer selection. This was a great place to go and grab a pint while waiting for dinner, or just to get some beers that aren't available anywhere else on the ship. To be honest, it wasn't the menu or the decor that made this venue interesting, however. It was the brewery. MSC World Europa has its own brewery on board, the Oceanic Microbrewery. You can try some of their signature beers in Masters of the Sea, and we can say that they weren't too bad. Directly next to Masters of the Sea is Gentleman's Barber, which offers haircuts at modest prices with a mid-1900s feel. Across the World Galleria from these venues, you'll find the TV studio and bar. This venue is quite intimate, and it features a few very large television screens as well as a stage. If you want to take part in some late-night karaoke, this is where you can do it. Moving up now to Deck 8, you'll find the Aurea Spa. Aurea is MSC's spa that they have on all of their ships, and they offer a wide range of treatments, massages, and other services for a relatively modest fee compared to other cruise lines. You'll also find a thermal spa and pool, saunas, and many other features here that will make your cruise so much more relaxing. Catherine went here twice on our cruise and absolutely loved it. If you book your treatments before the cruise, you can also save nearly 40%, so make sure to check online in the Manage Cruise section of the website before your cruise for some amazing deals. Unlike other ships, the MSC Aurea Spa on the World Europa is disconnected from the fitness center, which can be found way up on Deck 20. Moving aftward from the spa, you'll find Zest Juice Bar. which is another extra pay venue with several juices and smoothies on offer. From there, you will move to the upper level of the World Galleria. On one side is another complimentary dining venue, the Les Dunes restaurant. This venue is very quaint and relatively small, but it's like that for a reason. Les Dunes is only available to Aurea class stateroom and suite guests. These are specific staterooms and suites on the ship. Or you can add the Aurea experience to your cruise for an extra charge while booking. On our cruise though, this extra charge was a little less than $500 per person. While it wasn't worth it for us, you should know that Les Dunes is not the only perk of the Aurea class experience, though it is a nice one. Across the World Galleria from Les Dunes, you'll find the second story of Masters of the Sea, which is actually called the Gin Project and serves as its own venue. This section of the bar only has a few tables, and it features a create-your-own gin and tonic experience. Here you can choose your gin, your tonic, and your garnish, keeping in mind all of the flavor profiles that you want to get. The staff here are great at helping you pick out flavors that will confuse yet satisfy your palate, and we had a really good time here. We had an Easy Plus drinks package, and the drinks here were included in that package. If you continue aftward from here, you'll find yourself in a rather interesting little hallway. In one section, you can learn about beer production and the background of the Oceanic Brewery, which we mentioned earlier. Moving further, you can read all about tea production and even smell different types of teas. This is a relatively interesting little display located in an otherwise confusing hallway space, so it makes much more sense when you round the corner and find the Raj Polo Tea House. Raj Polo is meant to combine the British and Indian tea experience from the past 2 centuries, and they do a decent job of it in this beautiful little venue. The teas here are included in drinks packages, and there are so many to choose from. We found that this was a nice and quiet little space to get away from the rest of the ship, and the tea was delicious. You can even get these little cookies when you come here for free. If you want another experience here, you can also pay €10 for afternoon tea between 3 and 5 p.m., complete with little sandwiches, scones, and pastries. Right next to Raj Polo is a beverage purveyor of a different sort, the Fizz Champagne Bar. There are tons of different champagnes on offer here, and you can enjoy them in this sleek and modern space. Across the World Galleria from the Fizz Champagne Bar, you'll find another specialty restaurant, Chef's Garden Kitchen. This restaurant has signature dishes from a world-class chef, focusing on vegan, vegetarian, and organic experiences. Continuing to the aft of the ship from here is another one of our favorite sections, the World Promenade. Just like the largest Royal Caribbean ships, the MSC World Europa is a Y-shaped vessel. That means it has a huge open area in the center of midship to aft, stretching all the way down deck 8. There are tons of lights all over the place here, and they even have light shows every evening, making this area of the ship more of a dance floor than anything else. Music blasts up and down this area, so I wonder what the experience is like for those poor souls in the promenade-facing balcony cabins. There are several venues on the promenade. The first is Coffee Emporium. This venue is to coffee what Raj Polo's is to tea. There are tons of different coffees to choose from all over the world here, and it's meant to be a real artisanal experience. Unfortunately, you do need a premium drinks package to get any of this coffee for free. Across from the coffee shop is La Pescaderia, another specialty extra pay restaurant. This restaurant is fish focused, but it's rather unique in that it operates just like a seafood market. There are several fish, crabs, lobsters, and more on display in ice coolers, and you can pick which ones you want. You are charged by the gram, and you can also get a wide variety of appetizers. We actually found this to be a very fun and unique experience. Make sure you check out our upcoming videos where we try this restaurant. In addition to these venues, there's also a watch shop located out here. Continuing to move aftward, you'll find yourself in the Lanai area, which opens up to the entire aft of the ship. Looking up, you'll find yourself staring at the Venom Drop, a spiral dry slide that takes those brave enough to ride it from deck 20 all the way down here to deck 8. There are 2 venues on the aft of the ship out here. One is Sweet Temptations, a premium ice cream, yogurt, and gelato bar with several sweet treats for you to enjoy, for an extra fee of course. They even feature a few giant milkshakes and waffles here. While the presentation was beautiful, we heard from other cruisers that the food here wasn't really that good, and was definitely not worth the price tag. On the other side of the ship is the Lanai Bar and Malt Lounge. This venue is a classy looking joint with comfortable chairs and plenty of cocktails that you can choose from. It is also right at the aft of the ship, giving you an amazing view of sailways. You should know though that this is one of the only venues on board that allows smoking everywhere. Being non-smokers ourselves, we did find the smoke a bit overwhelming, and we could only sit here for a few minutes before needing to leave. Decks 9 and upward are filled with passenger cabins, so the next venues you'll find are on deck 18. In the forward sections of decks 18, 19, 20, and 21 are the Yacht Club sections of this ship. The Yacht Club is MSC's premier luxury offering, giving those staying in these cabins free Wi-Fi, premium drinks packages, enhanced room offerings, 24-hour butler service, a concierge, their own restaurant, their own lounge, and their own sundeck. The Yacht Club offering tends to be thousands of dollars more expensive than the balcony cabins or even the suites, so we generally don't partake. However, we have heard that it is a really nice offering to have, and in a few months we'll be trying it out on the MSC World Europa's sister ship, the MSC World America. Be on the lookout for those videos next year. Moving on, we can take a look at the pool decks of this ship. The MSC World Europa features 6 pools and 14 hot tubs. One of these pools is the indoor pool in the Botanic Garden. The name of this area of the ship is definitely apt, since it both looks and feels like a greenhouse. But it's very nice to have an indoor pool available on a ship like this. Inside you'll find the pool as well as plenty of seating. The indoor section also has a second floor, which contains the Botanic Garden bar, as well as several table games like ping pong. Directly in the middle of the ship on deck 18 is the main pool. This pool is a decent size, and it hosts a very large open area on either side, with plenty of pool chairs. Here you'll also find a large screen, and of course, pool bars. If you're out here on a hot summer day, you might also want to go to the ice cream bar that's right next door. Moving again towards the aft of the ship on deck 18, you'll find the first of the 2 main buffets on this ship. This buffet is absolutely massive, and it spans nearly half the ship. In the center of the buffet, you'll find this beautiful area looking down over the World Promenade 10 decks below. Directly above this buffet is the second buffet on the ship, La Brasserie. This buffet is slightly smaller, but it contains all of the same food and amenities as the buffet down on deck 18. We did find the deck 19 buffet to be a bit more quiet, but of course, both buffets were always rammed during meal times. On the far aft of deck 18 are the Zen pool areas, medium-sized pools on either side of the ship, with more lounge chairs and sunbathing areas. This part of the ship was almost always quiet. We found that it was a great place to take in some sun on a beautiful day, away from the main pool area. You also have the Zen bar back here, so the cocktails can keep flowing. One of the key features of this ship is the Aurora Borealis Aquapark on deck 20. Many of MSC's smaller ships really don't have that many amenities for children, but the World Europa has you covered. The Aquapark features several slides and smaller pools, as well as a toddler area and small child pool area. Directly below this section of the ship, you'll also find the kids' clubs and activity centers. On the rear section of deck 20 is also the entrance to the Venom Drop dry slide. That pretty much does it for the amenities and venues on this ship. This is an absolutely massive vessel, and we were so happy that we had the opportunity to sail on it. We did have a great time on our cruise, and a large part of that was due to the many venues that we could go to, shows that we could attend, and meals that we could eat outside of the main dining room and buffet. This ship truly is world class, and we are looking forward to sailing on its sister ship next year. Make sure you check out our cruise series on the MSC World Europa. You can also check out our video coming out next, which will show you exactly what we thought of our balcony stateroom. It was a really nice room, but there are a few things we do need to share with you. Thanks for watching this video. We hope that it was informative, and we'll see you in the next one.